Cocoa is their hometown, but this Rockledge field is where it all started.
It's a big swing from here all the way back to Cocoa. It's a big old loop.
It's draft night, 2019, a historic year for a group of former Cocoa Tigers. When Chauncey Gardner-Johnson arrives, the party begins.
I'm just ready to go out there, have fun, and get drafted. Whatever team I go to tonight, maybe tomorrow, who knows? I'm just ready to go out and work.
Chauncey played defensive back at Florida. Tonight he's back with several of his high school teammates.
It feels like a reunition of everybody. Everybody I played football with, everybody that supported me throughout all the years I played. So it's like a coming together feeling.
Jamel Dean played at Auburn, James Folston Jr. at Pitt, Freddie Booth Lloyd at Temple. They're all hoping to hear their names called this weekend.
Just being out here on this field while I once played Little League football, that is like unbelievable. It makes you realize that time flies.
Time flies until it stands still.
The 2019 NFL Draft is now officially open.
Chauncey was projected to go anywhere between the first and third rounds. All it takes is one team to like you, but all you can do is wait.
I expected him to go first, the first day that Thursday, just because of who he is.
I mean, first round would have been great, but it wasn't all about first round. It was letting the community know Brevard has made history. We did it.
Chauncey's parents, extended family, and friends waited along with him, but after 32 teams passed, it was time to call it a night.
As we all knew, it was a possibility today, definitely going tomorrow.
The other box ain't gonna fit.
Day 2, the watch party moves to the Johnson family house.
You gotta bring that glass table over here.
Once everything's set up, the waiting begins again.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select Jawan Taylor, tackle, University of Florida.
Pick number 35, Chauncey's high school and college teammate, Jawan Taylor, goes to Jacksonville. Any minute now, Chauncey's phone could ring. Any minute.
A lot of emotion, because it's just like, what's happening? And we don't know until they tell you. Everybody say different things, and you'll think different things. Then I just, got on my knees, start praying, like, man, if anything fails, just give me one shot.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Jamel Dean, DB, Auburn University.
Round 3, pick 94, Jamel Dean goes to the Buccaneers. Only a few picks left. It's not happening tonight.
Brandon, you got your food?
I'm just figured I'd get a little
My little pancake.
breakfast footage.
Yes.
Day 3, a fresh start. This time, the wait would be short.
Numbers to allow the Bengals to make a pick. Is it the quarterback? I think it's the quarterback pick.
At 12:12 p.m., Chauncey got the call.
Having 10 picks on day 3.
When it rung, I was like, oh, was that the call? And then when he said, yes, sir. So I was like, okay, let me go sit next to him.
Yes, sir.
Like, the next thing you know, my heart started racing, my palms get sweaty, and I thought I was about to pass out.
Yeah, it almost feels like based on Zach Taylor seeing him.
I just asked him where he was going. Where we going? That's what I said. I said, where we going? He never answered me. And then he pointed at the TV.
The Saints drafted Chauncey with the 105th overall pick.
New Orleans Saints select Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, defensive back, Florida.
The wait was finally over. Now, the real work begins.
I made it, but I didn't make it. Now I'm gonna make every team that overpassed on me just, feel it.
Pat Welter is with us now for tonight's edition of the Follow Through. Pat, you were there for all 3 days. You saw the highs, you saw the lows. Yeah. What is it like being in a room like that when a player is dropping, and then finally gets the call?
Yeah, John, you hear the stories about players falling in the draft. Aaron Rodgers comes to mind, Tom Brady going in the 6th round. These things drive and motivate these players for the rest of their careers. And Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is no different. I mean, you saw him there in the video. You know, he gets that initial call and he's emotional, you know, to finally live out his dream. But then when it's actually announced on TV, he's ice cold. And that's actually 5 minutes later from that initial call. He has time to kind of process the information. And he told me after that, at that point, he was just thinking about all the teams that passed on him and trying to prove them wrong. And speaking of, you know, teams passing on him, you know, he wore the number 23 at the University of Florida. Well, he told his dad that he wants to wear 31 with the New Orleans Saints. Of course, 31 for all the teams that didn't pick him.